What's up, all you raising ass trainers out there? I got a great show for you, and I can't wait to show it off. This is game 3 of our Northglenn League Challenge, presented to you by Advantage Games. Go down there and check them out Northglenn. They're really cool guys down there. They got all the accessories in the deck, so go check them out. They got a lot of good information, too, about all the card games that are out there. So here we go. We got another challenge coming up. And we are going to be working on a Yveltal deck, and he is going to be playing against the Camerupt deck. And the Camerupt deck is so interesting, and this has actually been sort of a big deck at the beginning of the season and sort of faded out. But he's going to be taking on the Camerupt versus Yveltal, so I can't wait to show this game off. And he starts out with a little numble there. Everybody loves a numble. And he's going to go ahead and DCE and floatstone it. And what that Yveltal does on the other side of it is actually really cool. So that Yveltal is actually from the Breakthrough set. And that's Fright Night, and what it does is, as long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, each Pokemon tool card in play has no effect. So as you saw him, he can put down that tool card for that Floatstone, and unfortunately he can't even use that Floatstone to float him out. So what he did is he wisely pulled up that DCE and put that DCE on him so that he could at least retreat out. So Fright Night could be a big deal. He's getting a beautiful start out. He got 2 Numbles down, and he's got a Camerupt on the bench, a beautiful full art camera, and he's got a Shaman on the bench. I mean, just a real beautiful, beautiful start. He's going to go ahead and pass the turn. Now, he's going to need to get some Yveltals down. He puts a Dark Energy down on the Yveltal, and he's going to battle compress. He's going to want to get in, if it's a Maxie's type of deck, the Maxie's in. But if it's not, he's probably going to want to throw in a Hex Maniac possibly, and some other just discard supporters. Oh, there's a Hex. And it looks like he's going to throw down some energy cards. Of course, he's playing Dark Patch. We saw this deck in the last round, so he knows how to play it fairly well. And he's just an all-around great player when it comes to any deck, honestly. And he's going to toss away that Zero Seg with that Ultra Ball. He's probably going to want to either pick up a Shaman. Oh yeah, he does pick up the Shaman. He's going to want to pick up that Shaman, or he in Shaman out, he's going to want to take that Yveltal EX. If he can poison it. Now we are playing an Expanded, so again we have some wonky cards going on with Burbank Laser, where you basically can kill people off without ever attacking them. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to discard out some more energies. And what he really wants to do is get a Dark Pokemon down on his bench so that he can start using Dark Patch to accelerate energy. He looks like he does get a Jirachi. That could be useful, especially if in the Camerupt deck, because it does usually use DCEs. So let's see what he decides to go through. Doesn't look like he hit his Yveltal EX. So I would assume he'd be throwing it down by now if he did hit his Yveltal. He did need to hit a Yveltal EX or a Hypnotoxic Laser. He's looking through his deck right now. He's got quite a few EVS Seekers over, it looks like, for the end. And he's going to go ahead and end the opponent. And now they're going to go ahead and what end does is shuffle up, and then you're going to draw 6 more. So we're going to go ahead and take 6 more. I gotta admit, I'm feeling a little good tonight. I had a little bowl of vanilla bean ice cream. Can't beat vanilla bean ice cream. Feeling good about it. Yeah, so he's gonna put down the Yveltal EX. He's gonna muscle bound up and pass the turn. Now we go into skates, and he's gonna roll tails on that, so he doesn't pick up 3 more. He's gonna play Scorched Earth and pick up 2 more cards. Acrobike, pick up another card. Wow, he is just moving through this deck. Acrobike again. Discard the Lysander, pick up another card. What Acrobike does is allows you to draw 2 cards. You can take 1 card and discard the other card. He's going to Blacksmith into it. Just a great start. He's going to get that Camerupt, getting him charged up. Ultra Ball out. It looked like he double Sycamore. Pretty risky play to double Sycamore and Ultra Ball. So I'm assuming he's got that VS Seeker ready to pull that Sycamore out if he double Sycamored as such. It's a risky play and expand it because Ghetsis is out there, and when you see this type of play, you can use a Ghetsis to sort of kill their via Seeker. And make them basically have no hand. So it can be a risky play in expand it with Ghetsis looming around there, or lurking around, more like it. So he's going to go ahead and pass the turn. It's going to go back to, yep. And what we're going to have here is that this particular Yveltal has Pitch Black Spear. So what it does is it does 60 to the active, and then it goes down and does 60 more to the Pokemon EX, which is just a massive hit because it's really 120 points, but it's spread out between the active and the EX. If the deck is running EXs, it's definitely a massive hit. So it looked like he played the Hex Maniac, turning off his particular tool so he could use the muscle band on it and knock the Numel out. So he put 60 back down on the Camerupt there. Now he's going to need an energy to fully charge, and it looked like he did have the VS Seeker in hand. He discards that, and he's going to want to, if he has an energy, drop the energy first and then play the Sycamore, or a way to get, yep, and he does have a way to get to the energy. So what he's going to do is he's going to want a Professor's Letters. So he's going to take that Professor Letter and want to attach one and then discard all of them out. What that'll be able to do is hopefully he can hit something like a Blacksmith on his way out for next turn, but this does charge Camurupt's attack. Now Camerupt has a massive attack when you get the charge going. So the Camerupt does Explosive Jet. Discard as many fire energies attached to your Pokemon as you like. This attack does 50 damage times the number of fire energies discarded. So it's all the fire energies on the board. And so that's sort of what this deck does, is it takes all the fire energies on the board, you discard 3 of them and you're hitting at 150. You discard 4 of them, you're hitting at 200. He's going to play up the Jirachi at this point, and he is going to Ghetsis. And this is where those Ghetsis just become crucial to you, really breaking them down. He saw that large hand and he knew he was playing a lot of items just by looking at his deck. Going through the roller skates, going through the VS Seekers, he knew he had a lot of items in there with the Acrobike and so forth. So it was a very wise play on the Yveltal opponent. And he went ahead and Jirachi'd and put the energy attachment on him, which is fine because what you really want to do is you want a Dark Patch to the bench. So he's going to Yveltal the Dark Patch, and he's going to definitely want to play the Verbank City, possibly to the Hippotoxic Laser if he does have it. So no, he doesn't. He does the Oblivion Wing. The Oblivion Wing's going to attach the energy down to him and do 30 on his camera. But yes, it looks like he did hit his DCE. He did get a fire energy. And what Camerupt does is Burning Draft. And that is what Team Magnus Camerupt ability is once during your turn before you attack, you may attach a fighting or a fire energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So that is a massive, massive play right there because he's going to be able to discard that fire energy for the knockout, which you can see him do. So what's going to happen here is he knocks out the Yveltal, which is going to hold back his Oblivion Wing. So he really needs to hit the DCE. And the DCE does come up, and that's a massive play there. Just huge play, because now with the DCE, he's going to be able to definitely knock out that Camerupt, one-shot it. And that's going to put it in a position to play up his Shaman. So he's going to Professor Juniper out and take draw 7. So he's got another Yveltal. So what he really wants to do right now is probably just Y-Cyclone down the DCE onto the other Yveltal. And this is what makes Yveltal so powerful. Not only the Evil Ball hitting the plus 20 is not enough for this Pokemon. We need to go ahead and make an ability for him to go ahead and drop an energy down on another Pokemon. So he does drop the energy down on the Yveltal EX. Now that's only going to take 1 dark energy to fully charge. He's going to play up his Shaman, going to Burning Draft another one, and it looks like he's going to put another fire energy down on the Camerupt. So let's take a look here what he's going to decide to do. Now he can play another DCD down on the Yveltal and go ahead. I think that's going to do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. If he has a Hypno Laser, I think it's a knockout on the Shaman. So I think he needs to put together the combination of a DCE and a Hypno Laser to take out the Shaman if he wants that. It looks like he's Junipered already, so he won't be able to Lysander. So let's go ahead and see what he does. Oh, I thought he Junipered this round. It looks like he Lysandered him up. He's going to play the DCE down, the Hypno Laser, and try and... My mistake. It doesn't look like it. It looked like he Lysandered up. He's going to go ahead and take that camera, put him to sleep with the Hypno Laser. And wisely Y-cycle again down. And that's going to bring the DCE down to the next one. Only needing one charge to power up that Yveltal, which is just a massive. So he played the switch. He wants to get his camera up out. He's trying to charge his camera up, trying to get some more energy in. Oh, he only's got one energy left. Oh, that means he's completely relying on his blacksmiths, hoping to hit some VS Seekers to get this camera charged up to make the massive hit. Now, he could go down and he could have charged the Camerupt and just gone ahead and used Camurupt's attack. Now, a Camurupt's attack moves a basic energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. So he could do 60 and cycle that back down to the Camerupt EX. If you wanted to go that play, just putting a little damage on him. So he's going to Hypnotoxic Laser the Shaman. He's going to AZ, place down it, draw up. Let's see, he needs to hit a Dark Energy. One Dark Energy is going to knock the Shaman out. So that's pretty much, I think, all he needs to do at this point. Oh, he does retreat. He didn't hit it. So he's going to pull up his other Yveltal. That's huge. So he's going to go ahead and take that hit, knocking the Shaman EX out with the poison damage. Going to do 110 exactly. So he's going to have to pull up his Pokemon. And it's all going to come down to this card. And this card was it. That's the end of the game, folks. So this was just a massive play, played by two great players. I really appreciated them coming on camera and playing this game. They did a phenomenal job, and I really appreciate showing off that Camerupt deck. I know we've seen the Yveltal deck, but the Camerupt deck is just a blast and really fun to play. Thank you for tuning in to Raising Ash. This is Raising Ash out.